Welcome back, everybody, into another daily recap. Today is going to be somewhat early. The market is not even closing in an hour. We're going to do our daily recap on gold, Bitcoin, EuroDollar, and GJ as always. Yes, it's a little bit early, but most of the action already happened, so there's nothing much that we can say. We can say, yeah, the last few hours. But let's jump into gold without wasting any more time. As you already saw from the scalp videos, today we had multiple rejections at the key level 1795, which has played a sort of very strong supply area through the week. As previous price points, you see many rejections and is an historical key level. We saw multiple rejections and the price grabbing liquidity during London session, during New York session, grabbing liquidity before New York session, and during New York spiking up, trying again to break above, but then failing and slowly. Look at the hourly candles, very slow volume, very messy price action, slightly closing below 1789, reaching 1786. Remember, this is another PSA, and we bounced off. This is a demand area, in my opinion, and is for now bouncing off, but still with no big volume, no big and clear price action. As remember that tomorrow we have the FOMC meeting from the Fed, so we have the safer buys, we have the high risk reward buys at bouncing off 1789 again after multiple rejections 1785. But apart from that, as you can see, nothing really important and impacting. So let's hide this. Let's hide this, and let's see. As you can see, it's so much clear. Yes, the trend was bearish. You can say it from like this, but overall, we had coming into the London session with a first rejection of 1795, multiple rejection through London session, another attempt failing to make new highs, and then even you can take the high risk high reward sells here to revisit 1789, or wait with patience to grab the buys, as I showed you, at the double bottom, triple bottom at 1789, and the buys even with a retest of the previous highs, and then almost getting to 1795, but getting your 45 pips pretty easily with high risk high reward buys and much safer buys after breaking this previous the previous highs on the left. After that, what we can see is just ranging between key level. Yes, another strong rejection. Again, double bottom here, another strong bullish run, another strong rejection, but look how messy the price action is. Yes, we break below 1789. We sort of create very strong the price, we create another block below this area. There's not enough momentum to break below, so not really opportunities. Still bearish price action indeed, because we have the confirmation that the price action is bearish indeed, but still you don't have the right momentum and volatility that usually gold gives you. So I mean, if you take advantage either of the safe sell, the high risk reward sells, or the safer buys, there's no need to fight the range here. Remember that tomorrow is a big day for gold and for the dollar all over the place. So as you can see, we never got clear breaks and retests with nice price action below 1789 and not even below 1785. So these ideas were invalid. These buys from 1789 played out perfectly, and as well we never got the clean break and retest above 1795. Let's go into Bitcoin. As you can see, the opposite already explained 61,700 price point, which was either for the buys with further confirmation and for the sells. So I explained already why the both ideas were sort of valid, and how to trade manage accordingly. As you can see, we also had some idea of rejection 62,500. We're going to see if Bitcoin gave you the opportunity. But as you can see here, so let's start. Let's go on order. Okay, no, not you. Very good. Okay, as you can see here, overall, we were in a range. As I explained, we had different opportunities of entering cells as per pre-planned analysis. Especially here, you add here the like 25 pips of movement. So if you enter, you are still active, and I explain why you never take the full stop loss, but you take either partials away after seeing the flat candle body support over here, or you go and get taken out and break even. But after that, what you have to identify is that you have a bullish, as you can see, bullish action forming with already breaking and retesting the key level. And now we had a much clearer with, I think, two opportunities of entering, much clearer at this exact price point, retesting the top of the order block again as well, sorry, and then just melting. As you can see, price never gave you the doubt of a rejection of 62,500, and that's why here you had the safer buys above 62,500 playing out accordingly as well. After this, and if you are an intraday trader, you take your partials here, maybe you take your partials here, but the stop loss can be kept either break even or below the previous low, below the previous price sensitivity area. And then as you can see, never breaks below this PPL 63 flat. You add a bullish push, make new highs, retest exactly on the dot. After that, just continuation, not the cleanest price action, but continuation up above each and every PPL with possible multiple entries. You create then a double top at this previous high 64 to 50, 1, 2, and then you see a strong correction, as it always happened. Like if it was gold, would have happened the same. As you can see, the reaction, where did it go? To those previous highs, the previous highs of the order block, PPL, and then you can take your partials, you take the full. I mean, this is 100 pips trade, more than enough, and then just going below. But this is clear. We played out the buys without the buys from 61,700 and tell you why and explain why the safer buys above 62,500 PPL and PSA, and explain why we have a full range of opportunities. No need to fight when price is ranging, and of course you can still be in the same trade. I don't see particular ranging. I mean, unless you think you are seeing these price points, these bullish trend, then you can have a further price point here for entries, but might be exactly inside. But I mean, you have the confirmation of price trending, you have a PPL. This was not a cold entry point, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to say that we had a full range to take advantage of, and then no need to fight the range. as well. This sell was not called ahead of time at 64 to 50, as you can see, was not a price point of interest. Maybe it was this one, 67.50, but not. I was not even expecting price point to get there. 63.750 are the one to take into consideration for the creation of a new high for the shift in market structure, but was not expecting price to get there. On euro dollar, as you can see, we got the the buys from 1.1588 exactly 1.1588. From here, we already explained why, and after that, just price got rejected again here 1.1608. As you can see, was not expecting this price point as a rejection because we were already rejecting. So we played the buys and that's it. The safer sells were below 1.159, which is here, and 1.1587, the safer, because you are seeing if the price action is giving you buys or not. And let's see the 1 minute. There you go. So let's see on the 1 minute what happened. So during pre-London, we had this move up. I think the move already happened. No. And okay, from 16. So like this, from 1.15. You see here, if we grab the bearish trend, you have the reaction at exactly this price sensitivity area from the morning. I explained why this entry was not good, even if I said, yeah, buys from 1.159. As you can see here, there was only one candle, one bullish candle, and you can see it, only one bullish candle in the middle of bearish. Here, you had a clear exhaustion of sellers, giving you then the candle setup, good for buys. As you can see, price going back to those previous 1.1608. After that, price is ranging. Yeah, the sells code from 1.159. I think there was not a nice setup. Yeah, as you can see, there was no setup. But anyway, even if you enter impulsively, you would have taken 6-7 pips, and you will never get the full stop loss anyway. As you can see here, we have not called, of course, but we have a strong rejection of 1.1608 again. As you can see, rejected multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see also here, not a clean price action. And then here you have a much cleaner break and retest, and then continuation down. As you can see, in this case, 1.159 is a much better. It gives you the 10 pips that on euro dollar move is the range that you have to play on euro dollar. Maybe you have like 3 pips stop loss and then 10 pips in profit. Then after that, just ranging, and then continuation bullish. As you can see, we're going to see it now on the dollar index as well. As you can see, we were reacting at this previous PSA, but still bullish and breaking and retesting above 93.9 as was expected from the morning, and this move gave the bearish move on, as you can see from here, the bearish move on euro dollar. So let's go into GJ. GbpJpy, as you can see, was also a very confused London session. We played and explained the buys from 1.54.8, which played out from here to 1.55.5. This sells, we never got the rejection here. This sells below 1.55, I showed you, were not the cleanest. Let me okay. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, the cells were not the cleanest from the morning. You see price bouncing. Yes, you have multiple rejections. You have a break and retest. I mean, that's why I said the break and retest of 155.2 would have been much better to the break and retest of the level. Here was very impulsively and melted already. So that's why then you see and expect, wait for the buy setup. You see another block. Here, there's no clear direction. Then you see a double bottom and then possibility to enter a break and retest. Here, this is a much clearer break and retest. That is still active, still valid. Again, 1.54.8, 154.8 price sensitivity area from the morning. And then you have the exact move above safer 155, and then on the block, break above, retest of these previous highs, look how clean that is, retest of the previous highs, and then continuation up. So the same that it did here. So right now this was a price point, but same break and retest of those previous highs here. Break and retest of those previous highs. Price action is very clear. And then break and retest and go to 155.500. After that, you have a huge correction mirroring the same exact move. So I was not expecting sells from this area, but as you can see, this is what price gives you, corrected in the entire move in the same amount of time. This is exactly a mirror. Yeah, maybe a little bit slower, but exact same mirror. After that, as you can see, price bounce, another, you can have another buy setup here, 155, to go and revisit. This is like 30 pips. This was like from here, 70 pips, safer 50 pips. So that's it. And this is now is closing here. Of course, slow volume, slow action. Is the market, maybe it's the market close already? Yes, it's market close. This is fake, of course. As you can see, this is the real one. It's here. Just sometimes this forex.com makes this fake week. Of course, on Bitcoin, the market is never close, and we're closing bearish. Dollar, we already saw it, and this is it, guys. See you tomorrow. Big day.